here. There you go. Perfect. Right. Of course, typical. Right, my channel. Oh, pigsy. Just realised I haven't got my bloody software up. Right, well, hopefully it counts. If not, then we'll just retire it. Right, post. Right, done, done, done. Stream health, done, done. There we go, perfect. Right, so, hello. Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome once again to our streaming time. And welcome to Star Citizen once more. This time, we're back. So, welcome to everyone who's viewing. And without further ado, let's get cracking. It's midweek, so I'd say let's just go best and see what happens. So, yes, so today we're hopping on Star Citizen for a couple of hours, like a few hours, just to get some much-needed reputation as well as some much-needed moolah, because I'm a little tight on funds, but more importantly, I want to try and get myself some decent reputation so that going into 318, I can get some decent contracts made available to me. So hopefully we can have some good old proper missions with actual rewards. And then when I do eventually get my computer upgraded, which I will be doing a little bit later this year, I'll be able to I'll be able to upgrade and have missions that will benefit this, or be able to show off this particular rig to the best of its new capabilities. Huzzay. And also because, you know, the ability to play games on high without having to worry about graphical settings ever again. Just, I'm so close. I feel so close to being able to get to that stage. It's awesome. Anyway, so, hope you guys are all feeling good. Hope your Wednesday is going fine. Mine is going quite well. Work's been intense, not gonna lie. Work has definitely been a bit more crazy today, but it is not bad. It ended up being a pretty solid day after all, which is what we all want, really. We all want that. So, just as a kind of forewarning, my computer is not quite solid when it comes to playing Star Citizen. I was able to stream this. I was able to stream this a while ago, and it went okay. So, Emperor willing, we may yet have another stream where it all works out. But I am also 100% certain that it could also be it might be a problem. I am also certain that the game. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, no. Fuck. My Horizon. Oh, when I died, I remember. God, I haven't actually played this game in a while. Oh, fuck. But yeah. Shit. Oh no. That's bad. Right. Am I in... Yes, I remember, because I died in the Siege of Horizon, and I didn't quite get the chance to... I didn't get revived. So... I'm stuck on fucking Horizon. Shit. not the place I want to be. Right. This is really not the place I want to be right now. I'm fairly convinced what's my stuff? If I'm lucky because I died on... no. No, I'm not that lucky. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Nothing. Shit. Okay. Right, we're going to have to, first of all, get off this shitty rock. Well, there's no rock underneath us, this shitty platform. Cloud City can suck it, because my computer can't handle it. Yep, that's what I was worried about. There we go. Like, this is the worst city to be. Like, the thing is, I like Horizon. It's beautiful. It's got an absolutely fantastic soundtrack. It's got all of this wonderful, whimsical kind of, like... You feel like you're at a spa. But the problem is you are extremely... Like, it is extremely demanding. The frames are quite, you know... I'm not kidding when I say that my quality of frames just... is tanking. I'm probably somewhere in the region. No, let me just Google this one sec. Star Citizen. Right. Alright, so... there we go. There we go. So, yeah, you can see, unfortunately, my computer is running... For those who don't know, my computer is running on a DDR3 16GB RAM with an Intel i7 processor, and yeah, graphically speaking, this game is beautiful, but unfortunately for a computer that's old, which is unfortunately the case for me, it really can't handle heavy demanding locations, unfortunately. So the best bet I can really do is get the fuck out of here, because Jesus Christ, and try and see if we can get out. Try and see if I can, you know, get out of here without the game completely lagging itself to shit. My frames are, well, my pixelation... I can't speak today. Fuck. My ping should be good, because we're on the best server we can find. But because I'm on Horizon, my frames are just dying. It is an extremely demanding landing area. To be fair, it's not just me that suffers when it comes to this place. It is quite atrocious all round. Unfortunately, I've had to turn off the... in order to get reasonable frames whilst during the Siege of Horizon event, I had to turn off my volumetric clouds, which means it looks like an absolutely clear day, when probably it isn't. But I stress, well, you can see I'm running at, like, I'm 10, 11 frames because of all the fucking leaves and everything that are flying around. It's beautiful and it sounds amazing, but god fucking damn it, is it the most terrible fucking frames killer imaginable.
The shuttle is preparing.
Thank you. So yeah, the sooner we get over to the sooner we get to the space station, the better, and then I can get off this fucking death trap of frames, and then we can actually hop in and do some more important things, such as running a few bunker missions. Now, we will be running a fair amount of bunker missions in the time that we will be playing this stream, and probably future streams as well. But the hope is, once I get my rig upgraded, we'll still be doing bunker missions, but at least I'll be able to do them in higher quality frames. And I can do ground missions more effectively. I can actually stream this game in its higher quality graphics whilst being able to do the other stuff, so who knows. And I'll probably be able to stream some other games as well, but oh my fucking frames. Oh, I hate this place. Welcome to the slideshow. come on.
Approaching next station.
Yeah,
If
this
your
is...
stop, please prepare to disembark.
I mean, it's not so bad that I can't get out, so I can't exactly complain too much.
Last call for passengers.
But
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
it is, yeah, this is the kind of thing I was
Please
worried
clear the
about
hatch.
when I
Shuttle
was
will be departing.
attempting to... When I played last time. Like, when I was playing last time, I must have been blessed by the Golden Throne. Because, or the Mechanicus, because the frames whilst we were playing there were far better. Far better. Right. What were the news? And they probably haven't updated this in a while, but it'd be nice to see the sort of the news regarding the Battle of, or the Siege of Horizon. Oh. Mindful of platform edges. Yeah, one can imagine that. I mean, to be fair, I can't really say the Horizon event was...
Please prepare to disembark.
I mean, it was enjoyable. Like like when it was good, it was really fucking good. I really liked. So okay, so to provide context for what I'm talking about, basically a few weeks ago, the 3.17.2 patch dropped, which involved a dynamic, dynamic event called the Siege of Horizon, where Ninetales were. Might immediately improve my frames. Where a gang of like criminals called Ninetales came in and took over a portion of the sector in Crusader. Basically, a number of platforms, and the job of the community was to basically roll through each of these particular zones and, you know, wipe the floor with them. It was a nice and a very good PvE event, and I really liked it. I found it was a very good event, but I did see some blatant. But whilst you're playing it, there are some blatant flaws that need to be addressed. First of all, figuring out how to proceed further with the mission. I found that I was quite easily lost. And we weren't entirely sure how best to proceed, because supposedly the mission objectives were you find the lieutenants of the big bad boss, and then you kill them one by one and gain the codes towards
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle
you gain codes for an anti-air system, which then you know identifies you as friend, and there we go. Yeah, we'll grab that. Yeah, I'll get onto this in a second.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
Perfect.
Please visit
So basically, the objectives you have to go for is you kill the lieutenants, you grab the codes, you deactivate the anti-air systems, and you know change the IFF back to the other way, and then you eventually, obviously, you find and kill the big bad boss. But the problem was, I never got as I almost didn't. I only made it as far as the second area, a second sort of tunnel thing, because the point is, we couldn't find the second boss. Or if, in my experience, when I was playing, I never had enough people with me to be able to find the lieutenant, to kill the lieutenant and move on. We were just running around, killing consistently respawning enemies, which, when you're going through the first time and you're having those epic sort of firefights with longer distances, it's great. It's a fantastic experience, but it kind of felt a bit too wide, too open in my experience. Like, it felt a bit like we needed to maybe close down the environments. I don't think working on the platforms... 1 minute. I don't think working on the platforms was perhaps the best idea, because it's so open and ambiguous that there's no real means for you to tell what the hell your next mission objectives are. And I couldn't, in all the times we were there, we were just running around shooting people until eventually they died. The other big detractor, which more of a personal experience thing than anything, was the fact that I had extremely mixed qualities of play because of my computer performance. There were points where I was barely hanging on in there at like 10, 15 frames, and there were some times where when I went there for other times, it was like 20, 30 frames. So it was a real big mixed bag in terms of like what I could do. And obviously, the last time I was playing, my frames were absolutely fucking terrible. I could barely keep myself, I could barely keep myself alive because of how much fucking spikes and cuts and bits and lag, and it was just my frames died at the wrong moment. I got shot trying to heal myself, and then I was just like, I'm done. I'm fine. That was my I quit moment, because it was just like, I'm not getting anywhere. We're not getting the mission objectives done, and I'm on my own. I'm not going to be able to do this shit and, do whatever. So I gave it a good go, but my computer rig just... but the event itself needs... I think they need to perhaps, instead of having it in this big, wide open, massive area, they just need to condense it a little. Condense it a little bit. Not by much. Don't have it on one of the Horizon rigs. Just have it on a planet. A planet where there's a clear fucking line, like a river or something, which is just, I don't know, like you want to make it so that there's no... It's really hard to describe it, because it just felt so open and ambiguous, whereas it should just be like, right, okay, there's a fucking, like, you could have it so that there's a bunch of enemies in a tunnel system, and the only way you can get them is by getting the code. But basically all you have to do is wait, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Sure, maybe it makes it sound gamey, but if you just have it like a well-timer boss in, say, Guild Wars 2, where at this particular time the code becomes available, or the door opens, or the door is unlockable, or whatever bullshit you need to do to basically say, okay, now everyone who's around this area can jump into this cave mission, and we can basically clear it out. That might be a thing we need to do. Sure, it may seem a bit like gamey to make such a decision, but at least then you're not running around like coming to the party in dribs and drabs. You've got a bunch of randoms who are working together, and sure, you can see each other, so you won't do friendly fire. That was a really good thing, but in comparison, after a while, you're just shooting the enemy. But there's no point in shooting the enemy. Sure, you get a little bit of cash here and there, but you're not getting anywhere in terms of the story. You're not getting anywhere in terms of the character progression. So I just feel that it's just, I felt like I was a bit aimless. I didn't really know what else to do. But again, I think maybe going forward, once I get my fucking computer upgraded and it's not going to chug every time something snazzy happens, it's going to be fucking awesome, and I'm going to be extremely happy to do more of that stuff. But anyway, on to positive news. By the way, I am somewhat salty about my computer rig, so if I grumble about it, just ignore it. Just ignore my grumbles. It's just me bitching about the fact that my computer can't play this really fucking awesome game. Anyway, let's talk about my Star Citizen career. The Cutlass Black. Now, you may or may not know, most likely may not, I kind of had a small, not a grudge, I kind of had a bit of a grr about this particular ship, because the Cutlass Black is just too fucking useful. Now, you may think it's a bit weird to say it that way, but yeah, the Cutlass Black is a ship that I've finally caved and bought again. I did have it for a time, but then I upgraded the package to something else. But I finally caved, and this time upgraded and dedicated to getting this thing. Why? Because, well, this ship is really fucking cool. Yeah, it's really cool. The Cutlass Black is extremely useful.
You are clear to launch.
It's got a decent cargo bay. It's got decent weapons. Like it's a really good, effective early. It's basically a dual-engined which can do VTOL, because of course it can do fucking VTOL. It's got it's got a giant cargo bay internally for like the size of the ship it's in, and I can't see dick for shit for this. Jesus Christ. Right. Yee. There we go. Hey, Ronan.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Yep. Oh, this thing's just too goddamn useful! Oh, God. It's too useful. It's too fucking useful. Right, I'll get out of this place soon enough. But no, this ship... Yeah, so this is the Cutlass Black. It's probably the most famous ship in Star Citizen, barring... Freelancer? No. No, I'm going to say it's the most famous ship in Star Citizen, barring the Avenger Titan. So the reason why people like the ship so much is because it's kind of a everyman's van. It has a cargo bay inside that you can walk in and out of. It's got two giant doors on the side of said cargo bay, so if you've got the orbit miner thing, if you've got the Grey Cat utility tool with the tractor beam attachment, you can basically open the side door in space or on planet and be able to get a whole bunch of stuff in. It's got a turret on the back, which means you can have multi-crew gameplay or fun, divergent multi-crew gameplay. It's extremely fast, both in speed. It's extremely fast for its size in both space and atmo. Yeah, that game does look good. I'll agree. Falling Frontier, I've got my eye on it. It looks very, very good. But yes, back to the Cutlass Black. It's got a decent array of weapons, missiles, and it's a very moddable platform. And it's Drake Interplanetary. It's got a good number. It's got a good reputation. I mean, duct tape and prayers aside, it's a solid piece of kit. It's just obviously, yeah. I can't lie. It's too fucking useful. It's irritating. It's irritating how useful this ship is. It's so it's so gutting. Because the thing is, the reason why I find it irritating, I suppose, in my experience, is because... Yeah, there you go. Is because basically I had a sort of issue... What issue? I played... there's another ship in the game... let's see... 70, 75, 80... There we go. So, basically, there was a ship when I was playing years ago that I had called the Vanguard Warden. And basically, it was a ship that I practically did everything with. Any kind of mission, shooting, flying, whatever you. It was the only ship I took with me. And it meant that most of my other ships in my fleet, I didn't really take. They just gathered dust in the background. So, like, I was a bit of a case of just like, well, I found that the best way I could, diversify my flying choices was to get rid of the clearly superior option to everything else. And I found that it improved my game, in my enjoyment of Star Citizen. To be taught by OV. Yes, I'll be honest with you. If you've never played Star Citizen, I will happily, I will 100% agree. It has an extremely, I wouldn't say an extremely sharp learning curve in the sense of, oh fucking hell. I wouldn't say it's got a sharp learning curve for actual game difficulty, but it does have but the sharpness of the curve is about understanding basic game mechanics. That's where this game bites you in the arse. And yeah, the fucking, I forgot to turn the bloody the tracking thing on. Maybe if I go in the options, who knows? Maybe if I turn on and turn off my track IR, maybe that might work. Disabled. And comms, track IR. Okay, no. I'll have to restart the game if I want to, son of a bitch. I got the reason why I was a few minutes late into the stream was because, I wanted to use the track IR to fly. God damn it. Well, I need to get off this rock anyway, so it's fine. But no, I would say the game is extremely difficult for someone who doesn't know what they're doing, and the tutorial in this game is abysmal. Like, there is no tutorial. It's literally just hints and tips. But I will say the game does have an incredibly welcoming community of people who genuinely want to tell. Not that I'm aware of. And my look at my frames. We have frames again. Do, 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 do. The course of history. Do, 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 do. Callahan is calling me. No, but I have not heard of the Imperial Splendor and Imperial Destroyer for Empire Total War. To be fair, I haven't really played any Empire Total War. The game's kind of loud. I'm going to turn it down a bit. There we go. Yeah, that's better. I haven't heard of any news regarding Imperial Splendor and Total War in this. There we go. But no, so I haven't heard about that, sorry. And to be fair, I haven't played any Total War games in over 2 years now. A year and a bit? No, not 2 years, 1 year. Over a year. Yeah. And to be fair, the only Total War game I'd say that I've been playing prior to this was Shogun 2. So I haven't really done any kind of gaming for that particular game for a while. And to be fair, I kind of am taking an extended break from the Total War series. Imperial Splendor and Imperial Destroyer. So are these two... Okay, so they are separate mods. I mean, to be fair, the Darth mod has always been a solid choice in my eye when it comes to playing games like Empire or what have you, because obviously Darth mod increases the size of the troops, increases the size of the units, and has the marching drums thing, and they have some pretty solid things. I mean, Darth mod for Napoleon, for example, was absolutely outstanding. I fucking love that mod. I remember the 2016 playthrough, Britain v Europe, which was inspired by Brexit. Which we just voted out, and it was just me sort of like, yes, Britain's free, now it must fight against Europe. And yeah, we did. As much as the original version went to shit, the next best thing was all the major nations being with us being, declaring war upon them, and we ended up basically facing off against France primarily. And Spain. Spain was a pretty harsh... Spain was actually quite a harsh customer. In fact, one of the last few battles, after a long period of absence, the Spanish gave us a bloody nose. But holy shit, that was a fucking good fight. Michael motherfucking Stowell. Jesus Christ. That was where my original terminology for motherfucking as a rank came up. Because, like... The ideology behind it is that you cannot merely call someone by their name if they've done something so epic. Like, for example, in his case, he not only basically, for context of the story, this was back when I was near the end of my Britain v Europe series. If you want to see it, I won't link it because I can't find it now. It's there. There is a link there is a playlist which you can check it out. And basically, near the end of the series, we've had some pretty fucking intense engagements already. But this one, I would say, is probably one of the big highlights of the series, because we ended up having I was invading one of the last few Spanish-controlled islands in the Mediterranean, and the way that my army invaded the island meant that the Spanish could cut me off. And it ended up with one of my British armies versus like 3 to 4 fully stacked Spanish armies. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to lose one of my high-ranking generals. But it's like, I was blessed by the glory of the Golden Throne, because not only did the bastards, apart from the first army, come at me piecemeal-like, and in a really stupid way, because they could have easily overwhelmed me with numbers, because where they were spawning and where it was going, I thought I was fucked. Like, I was surrounded, whatever. But I moved my army into position, and basically we were running out of ammunition by the time that the Spanish forces had finally caved, and my army had got obliterated. Like, a lot of guys got killed. I think the first army more or less was out of commission by the time the battle was over, but Michael motherfucking Stowell survived, and completely dominated that day. And it was just glorious, and I fucking loved that guy since. And as a result, the title of motherfucking basically came to be my own unique designation for a commander who I was able to pull off an extremely fortuitous victory with. And yeah, it was good. It was very good. They do it somewhere as well. Okay. Okay, that sounds intriguing. I may go back to... I may at some point look into that sort of thing, but I'd been playing Total War games for like the last 9 years, and it's kind of a half protest, but also kind of a half like... because it was one... I've been playing those games for so long that I didn't want to just be known for that one thing, especially since, again, the Total War series so far has not really been living up to its previously established name as a quality video game with honest and decent and more in-depth mechanics. So the fact that the modding community is taking up the slack for this is great, but I just wish that Creative Assembly would get the thumb out of their asses and actually do it themselves, because they can do it. They've done it before. Rome Total War, fucking Medieval 2 Total War. Even though I don't like Medieval 2 Total War, I will not deny that it is probably the best that they've done for that old engine. And then, of course, you've got Shogun 2, Empire, and Napoleon. I mean, Empire and Napoleon are probably my ultimate, like... I don't know. Okay, I'm going to say something controversial. I really liked Rome 2. I very much liked Rome 2. I will agree that there are definitely flaws with it and that they definitely fucked over some other things, but I still liked Rome 2. It's a guilty pleasure. I would still say that Shogun 2, Napoleon, and Empire are and obviously Rome, the original Rome, are like the top of the top. La creme de la creme. But I liked Rome 2. I can't play it vanilla, I have to play it with mods, which is why I will not say it's the best, but I did like Rome 2. Everyone was shitting on it, but I actually liked Rome 2. What else? The thing is, I liked... It had enough of the old things from Rome 1 that made me like it. And I'm like, I like this. This feels good to me. Oh, God. Oh, my frames. Oh, my frames have returned all to me. Oh, Callahan is calling me. Right, anyway. I thought that for a second that was my computer. Port Wrestler is on the other side. I really wish you could jump across to the other side. Right, there it is. Is there any OM points nearby that I can just squeeze through? Oh, it is. Alright. Alright, where's... That's over there, so we need to just go to... Not Mech L2, good God, no. Yes! Skim across the planet. I mean, to be fair, I'm looking forward to... I really do hope that the Creative Assembly decide to get the thumb out their ass and come up with Victoria Total War. They need to do a Victorian age of Total War. 1820 to 18... I'd say 1900. This is Total War Run as run. Oh God. Made the units at least 400 men, sometimes 600. I mean, dude, I fucking love those ones. I mean, the ultimate kind of playthrough if I had to say my favorite playthrough of all time, like in terms of difficulty but enjoyment, probably would have to be my Spartan's Return series, or Spartan's Revenge series, because while that one was absolutely, like, during the playthrough of that, I had so many fucking moments of pure anger and frustration because of the sheer spam of Roman forces that kept coming at me. I fucking loved the mid-war. Like, this is a weird thing of mine. I'm probably going to sound very strange, but you've been with me for a while now, so I hope you know you know the difference between me and actual crazy. But I fucking love war when it comes to the mid-game. Like, the thing that I love is when both factions are equally as powerfully... Yeah, like, equally as powerful. There you go. But, like, I was repelling back... you know, and like there was when I got to the point, I think the point where I was fighting off Roman forces in Italy, and we were basically just fucking hammering each other to pieces along the main sort of line, and like it was one faction doesn't quite have another advantage. Like it has each. Oh, fuck, I can't speak. My brain's too fucked and excited and not really concentrating effectively, and I'm also trying to play this and not crash my ship, which is taking up extra RAM space, so, you know, I can't really perform effectively. The best way to describe my brain sometimes is this is basically my brain when I'm talking, is it's running at fucking low rates because it's a DDR3. But no, basically, the mid-war in any playthrough I enjoy quite a lot, because both sides are equally strong and both sides have an ability to outplay the other. And the fun part is that whole point of breaking through the lines. I had that in Shogun 2 when we were having the castle line warfare. When I'd taken over Kyushu and I was pushing on Honshu, and we were slowly but surely, fighting our way through to the thing. When I hit the castle line of those guys, it was basically just me with my armies that I knew I could win if I did my job and I didn't fuck up the combat, and, you know, versus obviously the entirety of fucking Japan. But the faction I cannot remember the name of, sadly. It's been that long. God, I remember the fucking flags. I remember the goddamn fucking the color of the faction. Wait, no, why am I pressing in? No, I need the landing gear down. All of those dudes in one fell swoop. It was fucking epic as shit, and the battles were glorious. I don't know. That's the shit I crave in a Total War series. It's what I live and breathe for any kind of strategic game that I play. I'm not liking these servers. I might hop over to an Australian server. I'm not saying that'll be better, but like at least my frames will be, well, hopefully better, because I'm like petering on the 33, 34, and the Aussie servers tend to be a little smoother, despite the logic. Right, I'm gonna head to the lobby. I head to the lobby, head to the space thing. I head to the lobby in game. I head to the main game lobby, and then I'll hop into another thing, and that might just do the trick. Yeah. To be fair, I might, for Attila, you know what, for Attila, if I could get a playthrough, or if I could get a good enough mod, Attila might be worth it. Like, I think I saw like a medieval, not the kingdoms, but it might have been medieval kingdoms, or like 12 AD or something, and maybe even have like the early form of gunpowder weaponry and stuff like that. Maybe it was 12 AD, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off this server because holy shit. The frames, the people, and everything, I think I need to hop onto a server that isn't so, you know, filled to the brim. Huh. November 18th, 2965. Must be the game's universal time. Oh yeah, then Medieval Kingdoms, then yeah. That mod was pretty good. That mod looked pretty good. I never played it. Though then again, I am also wanting to have a proper good playthrough of... Well, I say proper... I would like an up-to-date Lord of the Rings mod for the Total War series. I know that there was one that was being worked on, or is still being worked on, but I think the bastards who own the rights to it have put a cease and desist, or they're trying to stop it from coming out, because it looks so good. It looks so goddamn good. And I remember playing. I remember doing my playthrough years and years ago, like 2015. Doing a third age in Medieval Kingdoms, and I was playing Dale. I had some good fights as Dale, to be fair, but I really don't like Medieval 2. I'm probably going to get shat on by the community for this, but I genuinely do not like Medieval 2 Total War. It just the fighting feels way too slow. The movement feels way too slow. Everything just feels sluggish and completely like, oh, for fuck's sake. And everything just felt really like restrictive in terms of camera movement, in terms of like how sluggish that was and clunky and all that jazz. Whereas I felt with Rome 1, it was the perfect spot. The troopers had enough speed, the fights lasted long enough, the engine was solid enough that, you know, it all worked out really well. I kind of, you know, that's why I prefer Rome 1 to Medieval 2. Right. Oh my fucking god, look at that. Look at that. Immediate fucking difference, he says, looking at the frames, realizing they're not actually the same. No, I feel better performance with this one. I feel better performance. It feels better. It's probably because there's not as many people on this server. And that's the point. It's what we're here for. Perfect. Right, he says, oh, it's bad performance. Immediately starts lagging. Oh my. That's a rather large sum of money. Right, let me have a look-see. What is available? That's probably because I'm just having to load. Okay, that's... yeah, we've got stuff here. Good, good, good. Just wait for my systems to fully recharge. Yeah. Ooh, my head's all domey and glowy. Well, I'm sure. I'm sure at some point. Right, undersuits. I need undersuits, and badly. I might be able to buy some. Callahan is calling me. I need to play Foxhole again at some point. Like, hop back with the crew and everything. Taking a bit of an extended break from that game, but that's a good game. Right, there we go. Sort of curiosity wrote in. Have you actually played Star Citizen? I probably have asked you this question before, and if I have, I deeply apologize. I just have a memory like a sieve when it comes to some things. Sustenance. Yay, I have sustenance. I can sustain myself. Oh, you've not played Star Citizen? Okay, fair enough. What do you know of Star Citizen? I haven't asked him. Oh, shit. Okay, that's a first. I'm used to people telling me, yeah, you've already spoken to me about Star Citizen. It's all good. But no, yes. I won't sell it to you because, well, I'm tired. Well, I can talk about it, but obviously I don't want to bore you to tears with it. So, you talk about... I saw in one of your messages earlier that you say Elite Dangerous vibes. Right, so let's transfer my imprint. Yes, please. I don't want to be responding there. Thank you. Sweet. So Star Citizen is basically, as obviously if you've heard of the memes and all the jokes and all that jazz. And while yes, the game's been in development for a very long time, there is a shitload of stuff that's been basically built from the ground up, which is why it is in its current particular state. You know, why the let's see, Novikov backpack, no, Port Dressler, medical device. I am going to buy. I think I'll buy like 26. 26 should be a bit over the top, but I'm getting a wipe next patch, which is why I'm not so fussed about stuff. Yes, indeed it is. Right, I shall buy about 40 of these. There we go. So, Star Citizen, basically, if you haven't heard, if you know the basic sort of stuff, it's a game where you can pretty much do whatever you want. You can become a pirate, a trader, a mercenary, a miner. The mining side of things is actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie, it's probably the thing that I would do. It's gonna be the thing I'm gonna lean more towards doing when patch 3.18 drops. Slash maybe cargo selling, who knows. Right, utility. Was that considered under utility? Oh, you bloody better believe.
Got an accident inbound. It's a pretty big one, so team stand by.
Right, equip all. Right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Why should healthcare be a hassle? Recently ranked
Right,
fifth in patient wait
15.
times. Choose
Pop into
convenience.
there for the
Choose
core armor components.
Teleworks.
And then that'll be... Can I fit it into here? I can put it in here. I'll probably put it in the ship. So the thing when it comes to this particular game that's unique is that unlike Elite Dangerous, where you've got the... I'll take a couple of spare packs for me. Well, unlike Elite Dangerous, where you're primarily focused around flying in a particular ship under a number of sort of planets, which it does have a very good flight sim style events to it, this ship has a focus more on running around and actually being in the ship, not just flying a ship, but instead actually being in the ship, being able to get out into the cockpit, trying to fix the internal components, dealing with any enemy borders, that sort of thing. Recently, there's been dynamic events introduced. Well, I say recently, in the last year or so. There's dynamic events being introduced where your character can take part in missions either for or against the law. A good way to describe it, a few people I've been introducing to this game, who actually are also ex Elite Dangerous players, is Elite Dangerous has a lot of not much content spread over a wide area, but Star Citizen has a large amount of content spread over a very short amount of area. And I think that's possibly... Right, do I need to... Right, and let me just... Someone's put the... Someone's put the fucking stuff in the bin! Oh, that's a brilliant... I'm taking a screenie of that. Fucking well done, lads. Oh, wow, that's perfect. Right, how do I just inspect this? I just want to place it down. Right, well, fuck it. I'm storing this bitch in my gear. Right, grab you. Area too cluttered. Right, well, I'll dump it when I get back, when I get to another location. So the other thing which is pretty cool is that this game does have a large amount of FPS weapons that you can utilize, each with their own particular attachments, their own particular benefits, and while it's not as in-depth as, say, Escape from Tarkov, there is enough of a difference that you can fully enjoy benefits of high-quality firearms with high-quality calibers and whatnot. Though unfortunately we don't have any guns at the moment, so I'm going to have to probably go grab off some guns from some people on... Yeah, I'll probably have to do that, but I'll go get some armor first in the Galleria. But yeah, the main appeal is you pretty much do whatever you want, and you can fully enjoy flying in your ship around, and...
Ready to shift your perspective from the ordinary to the extraordinary. Ready to reset your expectations.
And it's a lot of fun. Like when you get into it, this game has some absolutely incredible environmental settings, the graphical settings. Though I'll jump in right now and say my rig is not optimized for it. It is demanding. I'm running 16 gigabytes DDR3 RAM, which is very old. Is very, very old. So do not. If you're unimpressed by my performance, please do not take my performance as a god's as a fuck what's it called? Do not take my performance as canon. There is actually, let's see, undersuits. There we go. FPL undersuit Arctic Digital. I am the storm that is approaching. Oh, there we go. Undersuit tan black. We could do violet black, but I think tan black is probably... Or purple black. No, tan black. Tan black's better. Right. I am going to go with 11 because I have no hope. But yeah, so for example, there are a number of like small things, but that sort of make the picture whole. For example, the armor I'm wearing.
What are you waiting for? Visit Orison. The city
Oh, nice.
clouds.
Hang us happier. To be fair, Man of War Assault Squad 2... I never had enough... I never got to actually play that. I actually got kind of buggered from that one because there was this big desync problem that would basically make any attempts for me to playing multiplayer almost impossible, which is really sad because I actually wanted to play the game. I wanted to play Man of War Assault Squad multiplayer, but the game just kept desyncing every time we went into a multiplayer match. So I couldn't, and for years I couldn't play that game. So obviously that kind of it led me down the road towards Company of Heroes, Blitzkrieg mod, and so that was the game I spent a shitload of my time on, and of course Company of Heroes 2, because you know Company of Heroes. Though to be fair with Bakoin, I like his content. I find it rather funny, some of his episodes on Hearts of Iron 4, but once you've seen a number of his videos, that's pretty much all he does. Is he just fucks around with his friends and plays video games, and that's not bad content. But I don't know. Inside the Men of War Assault Squad thing, it's less entertaining than, for example, if you're doing when you're hearing them arguing the shit out of. True. Well, yeah, the internet the internet connection, all those things. I mean, I've played a bit of Men of War Assault Squad. Oh, balls. Ooh, they've added some music to it.
You are clear to launch.
Yeah. To be fair, when you're talking about the internet thing, I fucking love some of his videos that he's done on Hearts of Iron 4. Like when he does the that game where he's basically facing off against Golden, and he's basically facing off against he's in part command with one of those other guys. I can't remember his name, and like he's just fucking dominates the fucking. He's shooting off all the Russian tanks, and there's just so many fucking Ivan tanks exploding. Oh my god, it's good. Right, where is New Babbage? Oh, there's New Babbage. New Babbage!
Thank you, and please visit again.
I mean, I don't play multiplayer I don't play multiplayer Hearts of Iron 4, and 90% of my time I spend on Hearts of Iron 4 is on Old World Blue. So I'm not going to make any comments regarding What is? No matter what I do, I'm like, the only thing I can really talk about in Hearts of Iron 4 is Ad Victorium. And since I had my ass handed to royally, I don't think I can even talk about that, to be fair. Though I'm half joking, though I made myself chuckle this morning because I was thinking to myself, you know, maybe the reason why I haven't won is because I haven't got my German marching tunes in the background. And maybe if I'm listening to some Under the Golden Eagle, maybe I might be able to inspire a generation of fucking builders to, you know, to make the weapons I need. It's always doable. It's always possible. But no, I'm waiting until the next DLC comes out because once I get the next DLC, well, once the next DLC comes out for Hearts of Iron 4, then we'll be able to have a proper session, and I'm gonna go fucking ape shit on that Eagle playthrough again. But as the amount of content, or as the level of changes that are coming to this thing is massive, I want to be making sure. That I'm not going to risk losing my save for a simple fucking update, because I've got that reputation. Oh yeah, talkie. I'll tell you one thing that's a really good game. That if you enjoy PvP with a kind of, if you enjoy World War II Germany, or if you enjoy sort of like a solid multiplayer experience with an element which allows you to even just not even take any part in any multiplayer, which sounds weird. Also, I fucking love this aesthetic. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. It's low detail fucking clouds, but I don't care. It looks fucking sick. Have you ever heard of the game called Foxhole? Oh, you have heard of it. Good. It's a good game, yes? It's a good game. Oh god, I'm still getting used to landing this thing. Dear god.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
75%. Engines offline.
Never got into it. Ah, that's a shame. The game, I will agree, it does have a bit of a learning curve. More because you need to be with people or be part of a clan to really get into it. But like, for example, I went more logi in my time playing the game, and I actually found that was more enjoyable to get into because you think that on an outside experience, all that logi really is you're making shit, you're taking it to the factory, you're dropping it off, and then you're repeating the process ad infinitum, depending on what stage of logic you're going to do. But then, of course, you've got, you know, comes the more complicated side of things, which is, you know, you're not just driving trucks from A to B, you're crafting the materials, you're building up the reserves, and you know, if you do decide to drive, you can drive either to the front lines where you can, you know, you're dodging shells, trying to keep the front alive for that just a little bit long enough for your guys to survive the major push, or you can be part of giant convoys of boats going from the main production facility down to the front lines or down to a supply depot, and it's like that could be the thing that, you know, is the resources that your faction needs to push the enemy out, and it's all of those things combined that makes the logi life so fun and really engaging when it comes to what kind of, you know, in terms of content and
Welcome.
other
Please
things,
visit the ASOC
it's a lot of
vehicle
fun.
retrieval system. To the ASOC vehicle retrieval
It makes
system.
it makes Foxhole extremely fun, though I will agree. After a couple of wars, you definitely need to take a break from the game. But then you can come back, and then there's a bit like Star Citizen. You can hop
Please
you can
visit
hop
us
in and
again.
out of the game.
Goodbye.
You can play for one war, which lasts like a few weeks and whatever. Yeah, jeez. Yeah, it reminds me when Stellaris came out and we had about an 8.5, almost 9-hour game, and we spent about 2/3 of that fighting off against a swarm. Like we'd gotten, I think it was like we'd had one session prior to where we were building up our reserves and we were doing whatever, and then came the big fucking swarm in the second session, and we constantly tried to get shit to be sent to the front lines. We're like, come on, we gotta get this shit to the front. We gotta get this shit to the front. And they're like, ah, and it was all fucking all over the place. It was absolutely mental, but it was so fun. Just trying to survive and somehow surviving. I don't think we won, but I do remember we weren't dead at the end of the game, which, you know, is a plus in my books. But yeah, it takes me back. God, the amount of fucking shit. Like, I mean, you know, you could say, oh, you've not done much in your life, you know, you just played video games, and, you know, while the big thing, sure, I haven't done the whole travel around the world with 7 of your friends bullshit. I do remember there was some good old times playing the fucking Call of Duty World at War beta, playing, learning, you know, trying out fucking VR for the first time, getting access to the 360, doing fucking online gaming for the first time, playing Armor, finally getting to play Armor after so long playing Flashpoint, and Operation Arrowhead, trying out Slug. Like, there are some good moments. Raw, oh my god, Raw. I actually met a guy, I played alongside a guy online, and we went for my first proper tactical shooter. Good times. Good times. Nice. Here's a question. Do you think with all the updates and changes made to Stellaris, do you think if you had the same game again with your friends, do you think you would have survived with the improved game mechanics and whatnot? Or do you think the Swarm actually would be able to overwhelm you guys because of the way that the game's works now? Huh. Yeah, so this is Microtech. If you've never seen Microtech, basically it's a planet. The story goes. Oh yeah. By the way, Star Citizen has a stupidly deep lore, like stupidly deep. So basically, Microtech is a what if Google and Apple owned a planet. So it's a research and extremely luxurious Silicon Valley kind of vibes. And basically, the reason why Microtech is so famous is because the company basically bought the planet due to a terraforming incident, resulting in the planet being an ice ball. But the benefit about this being an ice ball is that you can save a lot of money on cooling your computers. So the concept with this place is that it's basically too cold to survive in space, survive open top, but it does give you one hell of a discount on terms of like running costs. So, oh, fair enough. Christ, when I was 17, it was 2010. No, 2009. Fuck me. God. Jesus Christ. cheese. Actually, to be fair, no. We'll have new Babbage. Have this gear. Right, personal weapons. Let's have a look. I don't want to go too crazy with my weapons. I'm thinking just the P4 will do. As much as it's a basic bitch weapon, it's a solid piece of kit. I can't fault it. Though P8 doesn't seem like a bad idea, especially since we've got the tanned edition, which I do have a soft spot for. Yeah. 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 Looks like Desert Shadow. Yes. I'll purchase that one there. Perfect. And then I will then place into my backpack P8 SMG mags. About 16. That'll do. And then vehicle weapons, not vehicle weapons, personal weapons. And I'm going to dump this into my Cutlass Black. Steel? I don't have a steel. Do I have a steel? Apparently I have a Cutlass Steel. Which seems hilarious. I didn't think I could have a Cutlass Steel, but hey ho. Right. 10 will do. To be fair, I think I did exactly that. I was thinking of doing something exactly similar to that. For my Deep Rock Galactic Mining Core. There is something about mining. One thing I will say about this game, which I fucking love, is the mining. The mining in this game is seriously amazing. So, unlike most other games, where you basically press a button and a laser beam comes out, and then after a few seconds the laser beam stops, and the game tells you that you've mined X amount of resources. In this game, you're trying to fracture the rock into like just breaking apart to be able for you to basically split it into smaller pieces for you then to extract with your extractor. And you're actually manually moving, depending on, you're either using your scroll wheel, which is the most common form of that stuff, or you're utilizing the, or if you're like me and you've got a Hotas Warthog, there's a little doohickey on the side which increases and decreases what I don't know in the the A10, but you can basically increase the intensity of the mining laser far better with that, which results in me getting a much higher good fracture rate, which is lovely. Oh god, that is something I can't wait to do again.
Careful, doors are now closing.
Oh, I am not gonna lie. I'm a little bit. I think as I'm getting older, I'm beginning to appreciate those kind of things far more than the combat, which probably makes me old. But yeah, nice. I mean, to be fair, I'm surprised you didn't like Foxhole then, because you basically can do that, where you can build resources and equipment and stuff, and like you can feed your army so much shit. Because you can build because the unique thing with Foxhole is everything's built by players. So like you can build the tanks, you can build the guns, the grenades, the shells, the artillery pieces. You can build all of those things. Obviously, if you're part of a clan, then obviously it's going to be a little better. But you know, each to their own on that one.
Stop.
Tywin sandwiches. Whammers. To be fair, Whammers is a good place. I'd love to get Whammers. The Whammer burger looks so good. It looks like the combination between McDonald's and Burger King, but like in Star Citizen form. And holy shit, they do look. They have some fucking good burgers. They look really nice. And I am a bit of a burger slut, so you know. If you've got a burger, I'm gonna love you a long time. Like how the door just slowly closes. I think if you're talking about names, no. But the main core component of, if memory serves correctly, the last time I played, which was a rather long time ago, I think when you sort of highlight the ships, the biggest thing about the description of the biggest thing that you notice when you select a fleet is its combat strength. But when it comes to like what it's named after or anything like that, I don't think it was about the combat power. I think it was quite specifically you could customize that. You could name the fleets basically, and I think depending on if you had or had not got a captain of sorts with them. But again, I can't be certain. I'll be honest with you.
Only a quick ride on the metro.
Oh fuck a duck! Oh wow, I've got everything. Well, to be fair, once again, I will...
From the best in shopping, dining, and entertainment. Be sure to visit Savage's renowned promenade.
Compensated 2...
Microtech, the Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology, where creative innovation meets innovative creativity.
Right, at least I got that sorted. Right.
The latest updates on ship availability and gate assignments. Please use
Welcome
one of the
to
convenient
the ASOP
located
vehicle
terminals.
retrieval system.
I mean, to be fair, there was one mod that I noticed recently that I would personally would like to see. Oh, there is a cutlass steel I have. Why, I don't know.
Vehicle selected.
But hey ho.
Stand by.
Maybe
The
it's like
Empire's
a
leader in cutting-edge
monthly thing or something like that.
Where creative
Your vehicle
innovation
has been delivered to the
meets
following
innovative
locations.
Right, 03. Right, let's get some contracts. Let's get some missions up, shall we? Oh, retrieval op. Well, we can't do that. I sadly can't do that because the fucking my frames will die.
Keep a careful watch on all personnel.
But I can do that. Calliope, gotcha. But no, I think in recent... I remember the last time I played Stellaris, there was a mod that allowed you to actually alter the size of the ships so that you could actually have those big-ass fleets, which didn't look too big. But at least your ships wouldn't be the size of fucking planets. But it actually accurately depicted your fleet size. And I think that would actually make the game look a lot better and probably a little bit easier for the computer to render as well. And again, it brought my emotion levels up for that one. I don't have the tractor beam, do I? Do I need the tractor beam? Do I really need the tractor beam? No, not right now. If there's any decent loot, I'll shove it in my backpack. Right.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
You are clear to launch.
Landing gear up.
I really should get the track IR working. Next time when I next stream this game, yeah, when I next stream this game, I will be utilizing the track IR whilst playing this, and it is one hell of a thing to have. This game does have an extremely good track IR system in
Thank you. And please visit again.
face tracking systems in this game. There is obviously there is the Toby thingy as well, but obviously What ship be that? Drake Caterpillar? Let's get a closer look. Whee. I have no idea what that was. All I do know is that it is a pretty. It looks nice. Speaking of looking nice. Yeah. Oh no. See, on Microtech, you can get the fuck out of the planet super quick, like. Oh, my frames are so much better now. Are we on the night side? Looks like we're on the dark side. Fuck. I'm sure a fair amount. To be fair, there has been quite a lot of DLCs that have changed the way the game works for people. There's like a Nemesis mode, if I'm not mistaken. There's like a giant other mode. I'm trying to remember, to be fair. Right, let me show you the power of the fucking Cutlass Black and why people love this ship. Any other ship, we would be struggling to reach fucking 300, and yet my ship can easily maintain and increase its maximum speed limit to, well, basically over 900 speed, which is a bit of a dangerous thing when you're trying to fly into a planet which has no lighting, because if it's, you know, you're on the dark side, and the only thing you've got as reference is that fucking light. I can't see anything. I see something now, but it is extremely... Yeah, there's the light. Be nice to me. Be nice to me. You be nice to me, I be nice to you.
Engines offline.
Okay, combat time. Only took me about an hour and 19 minutes. I should be a little bit more prepared next time. But don't worry, we'll be doing more or less the same thing in the next stream. We're going with iron sights? Yeah, we'll go with iron sights. Iron sights aren't so bad. I could go with hollows, but if I could probably try and find some hollows. So a little quick review about this weapon. This is the P8 submachine gun. It comes with 3 fire modes. Full auto, burst fire, and... Well, no, sorry, 2. Okay, they've stopped allowing you to do burst single shot. Now it's only 2. So 2 modes, burst fire and full auto. So it's a solid piece of kit. It's very moddable. The servers are in perfectly working order. Well, it just means we have to be careful. Right. Ah, we've got markers now. Good. Right. But yeah, it's a solid piece of kit. Very little recoil. 45 round magazine. Oh. He's gone. Fire. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, lagging today. The server is not healthy. Get to cover. Right. That was close. Oh, the server's really laggy today. Right, take your time, take your time. Fuck for that guy. Right, he's gone. A lot of bodies here. Gotta be careful not to go too crazy with the drugs. That was close. Thank fuck I had heavy armor on. Otherwise I probably would have died. I see you. Peekaboo, I fucking see you. I think there's no more friendlies. Which is kind of nice, but I did recall seeing a dude without a guy wearing white armor but didn't have the pip on him. So that could lead to problems in the future. If this server is, you know, what I think it is. Hello, I see movement. Yep, one more. You all upstairs? Right, I'll let my detox... Actually... friendly. Remember not to shoot him, because if we do, we get a crime stat and the stream goes to shit. Right. Fun fact, this is a low-ranked mission. Seen. Oh boy. Right. So the bodies are already disappearing. which is a shame because there was probably some decent loot amongst these guys, but their bodies do eventually disappear, which makes sense because obviously you want to try and make sure you can't like, because if the bodies didn't disappear for quite some time, that would fuck over our frames a fair amount. Awooga! Calling me. Right, let's get some leg upgrades. Might as well grab a spare paramed gun. Is that a detox? Take some more of these. Medical shit's kind of useful to nab. Try and go around. I'm trying to see if I can go around and find something to loot. Get something out of it. See if there's anything decent. Hey, nice. We have an ore mining attachment. We've got a grey cat tool. A mining attachment and another mining attachment. I'll take a tiger's claw. Better than nothing. Now, the mining attachments, the Grey Cat Industrial Utility Tool is definitely a thing that you want to have if you're if you're new to the Star Citizen. It's pretty much a right. Let me just see what's in here. It's definitely one of those tools which you oh, hello. That's what I'm talking about. Gamma 3, nice. Dude, Tau Plus. The best scope in the game. Fucking yes. FS9 LMG. Fuck ye. Fuck ye. Now I'll take an FS9 LMG. I ain't too proud. Oh. To change the course of history. No. Fuck it. Grab the Morningstar helmet and... Not a bad haul. Not a bad haul. I mean, we've got... The Uberto pistol's a nice pistol and all, but it's not the ultimate pistol. But this thing, this is a pretty good loot. This is good loot. Have to be careful. Right, let's see what we got. Oh, there's more medical? More medical, okay. I'm thinking there's a bad guy about here somewhere. I have to be careful. Because obviously... He's gone. Shooty shoot. You got that dude live. Nudge. Oh, hello. Oh, another medical. There's always one. He's probably He's probably like in one of these rooms just waiting, but the door's closed. And I don't have any explosives to force the fucker out. Tarnation. Oh, I know. There used to be a weird glitch where you could like shoot through the door and that would kill someone inside. I'm not saying that's what it would happen now, but... Alright, is there another contract available? I might have to go for that. Clear security contractor evaluation. Yeah, sure. Data center on Microtech. Okay, that works. Right, let's see about this other one. Because this one may be glitched. There's one left. I'm not going to shoot this guy because he's obviously... The game must think that there's an additional dude who isn't here, but obviously we've killed all the bad guys. So I can only think there's something wrong here. Because I can immediately feel the cold on that one, so methinks there's something wrong there, but we'll probably just have to 86 this mission, which sucks, but hey-ho. Alright, let's go. This one's... yeah. Yeah, let's get out of it. I'd say not a bad haul. Like, some decent weapons. But unfortunately, the mission glitched, so this one's a bit of a scrub. That does not sound or feel good. Oh, really? You done that to me, Star Citizen? Alright, well, someone just blew up my fucking Cutlass Black with no reason at all. Oh, God. Okay. I love you too, Star Citizen. No trouble. Right, well, whilst I'm waiting for... What I'm going to do is I'm going to hop back to another server. We'll try going to EU again, because maybe the frames will be better. The server won't be as scuffy. Let's go EU and see what happens. So I will return in a few moments. I just need to go grab coffee. So speaking of which... Oops. Donk. Ah, BRB. Oops. Oh, God. Big coffee. Right, I return. Bonk. Don't fly with me. Right. Let us see how we're doing. Right, so I've unfortunately lost my Cutlass Black with the 10 P8 SMGs that I put inside for the case of stuff, but we did successfully do that mission. I'll call that a victory. Right, there we go. Right, we got FS9 plus ammo plus a few other things, so we can hop straight back into this. Right. So we'll try and get a couple missions done, see how things go. Might wrap this up by about 8:30 if we're efficient, and if not, then it will be about 9 o'clock we'll wrap things up. Right, microtag. Where's the bin? Oh, there's the bin. Right.
Welcome to Brentworth Care Center. Getting better has never been better.
Right. Pop that in there. There you go. Let's trade in some of the... Actually, I might put the size times 3. I mean, we're fucking putting the black prism there. I'm a little gutted that it's on this particular weapon, because I'm not going to lie, that would be genuinely kind of dope. I'll keep one of the ore mining attachments with me. Tiger's Claw, no. I've already got a spare one of those. There we go. Yeah, that works. Anyway. We'll go see... Where's that? 806 kilometers. Okay. Let's be quick about this. I'll probably grab into my Cutlass Steel. See what the difference is between the Cutlass Black and the Cutlass Steel. I mean, the Cutlass Steel, for those who don't know, is basically a more geared up, heavily armed version of the Cutlass Black. Not one of CIG's proud points, because they basically sold it when they announced the ship's release and they put the price tag next to it. Everyone thought it was a joke, and then we realized it wasn't April Fool's. So when the ship was called the Steel, people just replaced the 2 E's with 1 A. Yeah, not a pro point for
Stand clear of
Star
disembarking
Citizen.
passengers.
But I'm sure there are those who enjoy the Cutlass Black enough that they're willing to put money into the Cutlass Steel. I wouldn't exactly say I'm one of them, but you know. performance-wise aren't too bad. Just changing the settings. Oh god, such a good coffee. This is a good coffee. Right. Round 2, Electric Boogaloo. Data Center TMG XE V2. Yeah, I think if we get the cut the steel set up, whatever kind of loot I can grab, I'll put into the back. Metro loot, OBS terminal. Yep. If I can get into, if the server we're on is stable enough, I should be able to. Oop. Hopefully, should be able to make some money back. Ah, New Babbage. Gloriously glorious town. Because, you know, creative innovativity. I can't even say the line. That's how stupid it is.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Right. Drake
Vehicle
Cutlass
selected.
Steel.
Stand by.
By Sigma, we shall prevail.
Looking for a good
Your
time?
vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Looking for a good time? Visit Victor Sudspire's Emporiums for all your necessities. For Victor Sudspire knows what you want in life. And what you want in life is Sigma! God, imagine if Victor Saltspire could meet up with a commissar. Fucking hell, those two would have a conversation to last years. To be fair, I am kind of the sad git who would love to just be in a background meeting one day and just be like, so this is how they talk. You know, this is my first time seeing one of these things IRL. I say IRL, in-game. Oh. Size 2 remote control turret. Multiple size 1 turrets on the side. Bigger weapons on the top, I assume. Yeah, more weapons. Probably, yeah, gimbaled positions. Yeah, it looks more rugged. Let's see what's internal. I'm guessing the cargo bay is, yeah, it's a little bit more structured, more rigid. You never know. Not a bad looking ship. I'm sure if I get the camos right, it'll work rather well. Oh, hello. What the fuck? There's a minigun on the back. What a fucking welcome present. Jesus. Oh, look, there's a drop pod. Oh, so this is where you drop the troops off. Okay. GG. Still that waste of space in the middle, but, you know, can't be helped. Well, it can be helped, but they won't do it. Though they did say they are redesigning the Cutlass Black, so maybe in the future the Cutlass Black will be, maybe the Cutlass Black will be cool again. Maybe one day.
You are clear to launch.
Right, let's see what we can do. Right, let's launch the ship. Yeah, I didn't know about... Oh! Oh, back up. I forgot to... Right, where's the externals? Close exterior, there we I forgot to close the back door. So, GG is all I'm going to say. I didn't know about the... I was not made aware of the machine gun at the back of the ship. That's hilarious. God, can you imagine how much it would fucking cost to arm that shit? Right. Okay, so it looks like this is the morning. Right, yeah, no. So it looks like we'll be going on the dark side night cycle, which kind of sucks, but it's not really. It's nothing really we can do. Still, the Cutlass Steel looks impressive. It definitely earns its keep for being the most heavily armed variant of the Cutlass Black. But in comparison to its counterpart, I don't think it's going to be as... I mean, obviously you've got the base amount of weapons and whatnot. But again, I don't know if it's really worth it. Especially since the price tag is like, what? 100 quid for Cutlass Black. And when the steel was announced, I think they announced it for like 250, which, in the grand scheme of things, you're raising the price by £150. I could be wrong on this. Let me just quickly Google the price of the Cutlass Steel before I go yapping my mouth off. You know, fuck it. I got the PC. I got the PC. We have the technology. I will Google this. Star Citizen Cutlass Steel price. Okay, cost. Star Citizen tools. Let's have a look at Star Citizen tools. So, in terms of cost, okay. So yeah, the standalone for this particular ship, £235. £235. Sorry, dollars. Which in English currency is like probably 225, 200, no, 200 and... Eh? The fuck?
Attention. Please come to an immediate halt and hold for your vessel to be scanned.
Okay. Where the fuck did you come from?
Alright. Everything checks out. You're free to go.
Thanks. Where the fuck did you come from? And why are you even here? GG. So yeah, so $235, which, let me just convert that to UK. 2, 3, right, 235 in pounds is £199 sterling. So okay, so the current price, the current market, $235 is 199 quid. The price for this ship in dollars is 110, maybe $100. And it's like about 90 quid. So you're increasing the price in terms of pounds by over 100 quid for what is quintessentially multiple size 1 machine guns, maybe slightly better shields and armor, maybe and of course a robot controlled turret for what is essentially over 100 quid's worth. I wouldn't rate it that high as a price. I most certainly would not rate it at $235. I would have given it like 150 at most. Like, it's not the most extravagant of ships, you know, and it is effectively a troop transport. But I would not charge, because it does. I don't know 100% on the stats, but it is a heavier ship, so there are downsides to this particular variant. but like the cost of this ship versus its value, its actual value, no way would I say that the ship is worth the price that they're advertising it at. Because again, there's no real justifiable cause to charge at that particular rate. It is literally worthless at that price. I think they definitely need to readdress the price of this ship so it's not so expensive. And again, I think I would lower the price to be probably like, I want to say, I'd say 150, because it costs 100 quid for it would be 100 quid for the standard cost, for the standard ship. So, and I'm going by dollars. When I say 100 quid, I'm basically going to talk about like the dollar values in the ship store, in the credit store. So it goes for like $100 in the store. So like, you're paying over $135 increase in price for what is quintessentially slightly better weapons, the ability to, a bunch of turrets on the side, and okay. That's not at all alarming in any particular way. Are you... I'm going to say chill. Sorry, I came out and I'm like, what the fuck? But okay. Okay. We'll roll with it. Oh no. Oh no, really? Fucking really? Fucking really? I think they must be glitched. I might end up just calling the stream now, to be honest with you. This is not doing well. Not doing well at all. It would appear the bunker missions are slightly balked at the moment. Right. Tell you what. We've got one more mission. I'll do one more mission. And if it doesn't go well, I'll probably call it. Because it already is just coming up for 8 o'clock. So... Well, to be fair, this stream has been more me talking and flying around and attempting to do a mission. And we had like one mission so far. I will try and see... That's just unsettling. I will try and see if we can get some combat in... A little bit more combat in this thing. Because I did try and... the whole point of the stream is doing DAKKA. And so far, DAKKA has not been successful. So... I am hoping we can find some proper DAKKA in.
Engines online.
For some reason,
Landing gear up.
get ourselves up into the sky and then do what we can. Right, let's see if we can get some proper stuff in. Alright, there we go. Here we go. Here we go. I've got a good feeling about this one. Got clouds. Yeah, no, like, I think the Cutlass Steel, it looks nice, and having flown it around a little bit, it looks cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think if they reloaded the price for the ship, I think we probably would find quite a large market of players, or if they made it specifically only buyable in Verse, which I think it is a time-limited sale slash available in the Verse to buy. But I don't think the price, I think they should lower the main price for it. I don't think it's worth the amount of money that they've charged for it. But of course, then of course comes the question. Also, GG with the two times daylight. Huh. Right. This time we're in the snow caps. I am the storm that is approaching.
Landing gear down.
Right. I mean, there are other first-person shooting missions, but at the same time, it's like if this next mission's a bit of a bust, then I am just going to call it, because, you know, the amount of time it will take to get to the next mission is not worth it in my eye. And I'd say we had a nice little quiet stream. Quieter than I thought it would be, I'll be honest with you, but...
Engines offline. Your
Oops.
systems are offline. Board your Drake interplanetary craft.
Right. Come on, mission. Let's do this right. I said, come on, mission. Let's do this right. I said, come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me that motherfucking mission time. Come on, mission. Do it right. Come on, mission. Let's do it right. I got the shit all ready to go, and we got ourselves ready for this fucking time. I said, come on, mission. Let's do it right. Let's work 100% all the time. We wanna no more glitches or bugs or two. Just let me play and complete you. I said, come on, mission. Let's do it right. Come on, mission. Let's do it right. I said, come on, mission. Let's do it right. Yeah! Come on, mission. Let's do it right. No more bugs and no more fright. I wanna play you bad because I love to play Star Citizen when it works. Come on, mission. Let's do it right. Come on, mission. And then he immediately gets domed in the face. Bingo! Oh, God bless. McLaren. I domed. Oh, fucking hell. I think I need to destroy my shaders button the folder. That does mean deleting all of my fucking live shit, but the game is glitching out for me right hard. Right. Where baby at? Come on, frames. Come on, frames. Do it. Right. I said, come on, frames. Do it. No! Come on, frames. Hold it tight. I said, come on, frames. Hold it tight. The combat feels good. The enemy's dead. Fuck me. Right, withdraw. He's got his own fucking cape. Did I get him? No. He's got his own bloody cape. Right. There is a baddie there. Right, there's that one gone. Contact. Not much. He's gone. Yo. Come on, mission. Do it right. I said, come on, mission. Do it. He's gone. Boy. Stay down. Fall asleep. That's what we're doing. Movement in the up. Ah! Jesus Christ, on a bike! Yay! We did it! We did a mission! It only took 2 hours! Fuck me. Come on, mission! Do it right! I said, come on, mission! Do it right! We completed it. We got the money. That's what I'm talking about. Right, now time for the looting. Time-honored tradition amongst members of Sigma is to enjoy the spoils of victory. No, it's not looting. Looting is for suckers and to scum. We are neither, but we are victorious. So it's intriguing why there was all a bunch of guns just laying around, but hey ho, I ain't complaining. Come on, get it right. I said, come on. Hello, medical. I mean, luckily I didn't need medical for this mission, but I will take it because we will need the spare gunk and also the lifeguard medical thing. I'll take what I can get. I think. Oh, really? You gonna let me leave? I'll leave. Whatever loot that might have been down here, I ain't gonna risk losing my ship for. And then yeah, they're already shooting at me now, GG. Right, I'll be quick. I'll leave. Are you serious? No, I'm calling it. Fuck you. Fuck you. Right, yeah, the missions are bugged. I think Star Citizen's telling us something, which is don't do the bunker missions right now because they're not that worth it. Which is a little bit of a shame because I was planning on doing that a few times. Oh well. It would appear Star Citizen just does not want to be played in the way that I wanted to play it. Oh well. So, I think this is a good point to wrap up for today. Thank you everyone who decided to watch the stream. All three of you. But still, Star Citizen streams, then, you know, if you assume everyone will start watching you 5 seconds into the stream, then GG. But still, thank you very much for watching. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comment section down below, clicking on the like button, and of course subscribing to the channel. Don't forget, I will be hopping on Factorio on Friday around the same time. And on that one, I'm probably going to end up taking a bit longer. Because it's Factorio. You can't get into a game of Factorio and only play for 2 hours. God, how many people's lives would be saved if they could only do that. So anyway, I will love and leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you then. This is Mr. Jaeger, signing out.